There it is.
Because she was saying that
unethical?
watching pornography on OnlyFans is more ethical than watching porn.
Yeah, how is that false though?
No, please. Please.
I think it means that pornography in itself is not ethical.
Can someone defend that point? If you don't have to, I'm just.
We already did this one.
I mean, you think pornography is ethical?
Why wouldn't it be ethical? Why would OnlyFans be unethical?
Okay.
We did this.
If it's ethical, then why aren't you still a lawyer?
I am a lawyer
No. Why aren't you still a practicing lawyer, right? At a firm.
because I
Why
quit.
did you quit your job? But why did you quit your job while doing OnlyFans?
Because I was making what I would make in a year and a month. That's literally the reason.
So it was 100% financial.
100%
Okay.
financial.
So let me ask you this. Let's say you loved your job and you stayed there, right? And you were still doing the OnlyFans. Do you think they would have let you stay?
Be honest.
Probably not. No.
Yeah, you would have lost your bar.
Why is
probably.
that?
Yeah, but they like the only people I'm probably
why
more
is that?
hireable than is you two. Like you guys are doing something more controversial than I am.
No. But why is that?
What do you
would
mean?
they
Why is that?
fire you?
Because just like you guys get canceled all the time, I don't think that's fair. I don't like you guys getting canceled. This
Wait a
is
minute.
what-
We're not in corporate America.
What do you mean?
You are. Or
Yeah.
You, or you were.
Yo, I were, and
Which
I
means
chose to leave
They
because
go
this
by
is
ethical standards.
Yes.
And the standard is if you do OnlyFans, you're being cut. So
no, but
Right.
so for
It's not
instance,
ethical.
that's
So
why.
she chose
So
to leave.
it's
yeah,
not ethical.
it's not. That's not ethical. So for instance, your bar, that's character and fitness, they don't allow. I disclosed it to character and fitness. They still said I could be a lawyer because it's not moral turpitude. Now, a firm may have different standards. Just like a firm wouldn't hire either of you because you guys get online and say terrible things about women, which is okay. And you guys are like, well, I don't want to work in corporate America. Same with me. I don't want to work in corporate America either.
Hold
so
on.
the standard is different. Or it's
We're
what you
talking
guys,
about ethics, right?
by that metric, you guys are unethical.
So
Then
company ethics don't relate to.
what? So company. So then you guys are unethical
They
by that
fired
metric. They
nurses.
wouldn't
I'm
fi-
arguing that we're
Well,
ethical. or
we
not.
never argued that we're ethical.
You are.
You argued that you're.
I don't think it's unethical, and I don't think so. This what
So
I'm
then
saying.
what-
Nurses, teachers, they all get fired for being on OF.
So, yeah, I agree that it's not corporate standard.
Mhm.
But what I'm saying is that doesn't mean it's unethical. Corporate world does not determine what's ethical and not ethical. That's an appeal to an authority, a weird authority at that.
They don't
corporate
want
world.
somebody who represents their company doing that.
That's true. But
You're-
I don't
you're-
think that means it's unethical.
Okay, but you're the company. They look at you and they see the company. They don't
That
want to see
doesn't
that
make
for the
it
company.
unethical. Who determines ethics?
They would fire you.
Who determines what
I
ethics
know.
are? Who determines what ethics are? Why didn't the ABA tell me I can't be a lawyer then? Because you have to have good moral character. You have to pass character and fitness to be a lawyer. I pass character and fitness. My thing is this. Oh, now we're getting into like philosophy. Who determines what's moral and immoral? It's not corporate America, because by that metric, you guys are more unethical than me. I don't think that's who's
Well,
determining.
we're not the ones
We're not
arguing that
arguing ethical.
OnlyFans is ethical.
Yeah.
You made that
I'm-
argument earlier.
I'm saying that yes, it is ethical because I don't know why it's not ethical. And your only argument is because corporate America said so. That's why it's unethical.
So again, you're arguing who determines that.
Yeah.
Are you
Is it okay?
the
Are you
general
the one that
public would argue that pornography is not ethical.
So this is an appeal to popular belief, which is a logical fallacy. Just because the
Wow.
world doesn't
Mhm.
think this doesn't mean that it's unethical. You guys have to base your ethics in something. If you're just basing it on what more people believe, then what you guys are doing is super unethical because most people don't agree with you guys. Does that mean you're wrong? No.
You left your law
Majority-
firm because
majority
you
wins,
started
man.
OF.
Like-
So majority wins. So
as
if we
a-
polled the whole country, you guys would. Does that
So
mean you're
see-
wrong? No, because you're saying you're standing for the truth, even though the majority and woke America doesn't agree with you, right? That it doesn't mean you're
Getting
wrong
fucked
because
on camera versus being able to have uncomfortable conversations and tell people how the world really works, regardless of their feelings, are not the same.
I understand that, but to corporate America,
Whatsoever.
no, the corporate America, if that's the metric, they would much rather
No,
hire me.
it's
Well, we
an
never made the
example.
argument that we're
Well,
And-
ethical.
no, it's an example. And
So
you're
who
atheist.
determines what's ethical and not
hold on,
ethical?
you're atheist.
Yes.
No offense to you.
Yeah.
But your ethical standard isn't even a representation of most people.
It's not. It's not based in
So-
a book. No,
No
yeah.
offense to you, but like it's relevant. What you got to say?
Because I don't believe in God.
You have no moral compass.
What do you mean I have no? So you're saying because you're automatically assuming I
You go
believe in more.
off of how
If you
you
guys
feel
want to go, if
versus-
I don't, they're really going to get annoyed if we get into a debate on morality and objective morality versus subject. I don't
No,
want to get
but
into
you
any
have
of that.
You have no grounds to like stand on.
Where are your grounds? I'm asking you. What are your grounds for what's ethical and what's unethical? I'm asking
That's
you.
the whole point.
What's
to
your
a higher
grounds?
power, you have none.
Is that
so-
where you're? Is that
so
where?
it's off of your own judgment, which
Okay.
is kind of false
No,
narrative anyway.
I have my philosophy on what's ethical as long as you're not harming it. I can do all of that, but I'm asking you,
Okay.
where do you guys base your ethics? Why would it not be? Why for you is it unethical to do?
More-
If we did a
Morals.
poll,
Yeah, morals based on
hold on.
where?
If we did a poll, right,
religion.
for
Oh my
everyone in here,
God.
that kids had a family about porn, what would they say?
So
no, be honest. Yes or no?
is what's considered
No,
ethical
I'm
what
asking-
most people believe?
I'm asking a
It's
question.
called an appeal to
No, no.
popular belief. This is a
Question-
fallacy.
Question
Oh
for
my
you.
God.
Yes.
We did a poll. Yes or no? It's quite ethical.
Okay.
What would they say?
If we did a poll 500
This is
whatever years ago, and we said, "Is the Earth flat?" More people. Does that make it true? True is true.
No. I'm talking about right
Just answer
now.
the question.
This
Oh my God,
year.
in court.
Yes or no?
Where?
No, here, right now.
Here, if it's ethical, I actually don't know. Would people say it's unethical or ethical? I don't know. Probably more people.
I
just
think
make a
yeah,
vote.
to be honest, I
Raise
think
your
it's
hand if it's ethical.
Did
If
you-
not, no.
Raise your hand if it's ethical to be
Yes.
on OnlyFans.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know.
I kind of agree with that.
Yeah.
I think it's perspective. It's unethical. Sorry, it's unethical because of the society that we live in.
That doesn't mean it's wrong. The
Right.
society can be wrong,
So-
right?
so you
Just
want
like
your
it's wrong
daughter and
about
son
you
on
guys.
Wait, the society that we live in, which is
right
one of
now.
the most progressive societies, most liberal societies, even in the United States, if you polled most people, they would say, yeah, pornography is kind of
And
unethical.
15 years ago, if we polled people on gay marriage, people
Yeah.
change.
even race.
Yeah.
True. Black people were fucking
Gay
in
marriage,
slaves.
that's a whole other
We can
conversation.
No,
debate this
but I'm
back and
saying
forth.
people's societal perceptions
But-
change, and things
we're
are
taking
true or
it
they're
too
not true.
far.
It doesn't
That's
matter
true.
how
We
many
can go back
people.
and forth on this topic
Yeah.
here, but like,
Well,
just
I mean, you're trying to argue that pornography is ethical. I would argue it's not ethical.
And
I think
what are you
most
basing
people,
it?
and
Unfortunately,
most
it's
people would
unethical.
agree
Yeah,
that
but-
pornography is not
unethical.
ethical. It's not
It's-
appropriate in most situations. It's most people would not agree.
Okay,
that
so you're
pornography
saying
is
it's unethical because most people agree with you. Okay, that's not an
It's
actual
also-
legit. That's a layup
In
out there.
generalities, it's not.
taking into account
Unfortunately, it's
religion,
unethical.
people's
Right.
moral compass, people's
So,
actual
I get it. Most
preference,
people agree.
people's
yes.
kids, people's
Yes.
lives. That whole
So what,
Put it together?
if you're going
No.
to say that it's a logical fallacy by popularity, then tell me why it is ethical then.
I'm saying it's ethical because it doesn't harm anybody else. It's a personal autonomy decision. I don't think sex is bad. I don't
There's
think
ED.
sex.
What?
I
there's
don't
people that are rely on that.
Okay, so
only.
if I had a
They
donut,
can't have-
if I had a liquor store, is having a
That's
liquor
true.
store unethical? Because some people are alcoholics and that's selling.
that could be unethical.
Yeah.
Like if you're growing up, like your parents are
100%.
both like alcoholics.
No,
that
no.
could be,
If
like,
I owned,
unethical, because then you're showing it exposure in kids or whatever.
if I ran a donut, if I had a donut shop, donuts are bad for you. Is that unethical? If I ran a liquor store, is that unethical? Or are
Maybe
some
a liquor
people?
store.
and there are laws.
Probably, yeah.
that-
This is great.
no. To your argument, liquor stores have to close right at a certain time. Most
There's
of them.
regulations.
Yeah, and I
now.
have regulations on
regulations.
OnlyFans. I can't bring. I have
What
to.
about the
every-
consumers? That
yeah,
keep
on
consuming it?
OnlyFans, if anyone else wants to be in my content, they have to send an ID. They have to send a consent form. They have to show they're over 18. There's regulations there too.
We're talking about porn in
Like-
general.
like-
Yeah, I'm talking about I think OnlyFans is the most ethical way to consume porn.
People are
It's still
jacking
porn.
off
But on
and
OnlyFans,
watching you
when you
come.
sign up, you just need to click
It's
agree
still
or
porn.
so
something,
unethical.
and that
It's
lets you be on
because
it.
other people think that. I just think you guys shouldn't be the one arguing that ethics should be correlated with popular belief.
Because of what we do.
No, because and that does no one because it's not true. Claims are false or true. It doesn't matter how many people believe them.
Bro,
Right?
Are you for real right now?
I'm being for real. So you guys, a lot of people disagree with you, but you still think you're right. And I'm not saying the reason you're wrong is because most people disagree with you. It's not why you're wrong at all, because that doesn't what most people believe, just like most people used to believe the earth is flat and it wasn't, that didn't make it true. Either things are true or they're not true. So if you're talking about ethics, which is different than the earth is flat, right? Because that's a different type of fact. Then we need to be able to ground ethics. What makes what I do unethical? Is it just because people agree with you? Because that isn't how you make a valid
It's a
claim.
combination of
That's
things.
not a conclusion.
And that
This
is a
show is
factor.
an incorrect LSAT question.
So what makes it ethical then? You're saying because you're not hurting anyone, that's what makes it ethical?
Because I'm choosing to do something with my body that isn't hurting anyone. Now, if some person, I guess, isn't going on a date because he's watching me jerk off, I don't think that makes what I do unethical. If you're saying what I'm doing
so
is
your
unethical,
basis is as long as you're not hurting anyone, it's ethical.
I think with sex, and I don't correlate modesty or sexual purity with morals because I see no link to it. If you have a link to it, please let me know because I like this topic. I'd love to talk about it. What is it about sex and OnlyFans and porn that makes it unethical? I'm saying I don't see anything. To me, for something to be unethical, it has to harm.
It does harm
I
people.
think I don't
Does
like
harm.
porn- like
You put it in front of
also-
children.
I mean, does she show those
about it.
videos to
I
the
mean-
parents?
So then-
It's crazy.
Sex is
There's
sacred.
statistics
Just because
about
you
it.
expose it to people doesn't mean it's
Well,
right.
sex
Yeah.
is sacred. Why? Because you said so? Because your God said so? Because you guys, I mean, what
I mean,
exactly?
that's respecting people's religion, I guess, because
No,
people
but-
believe that
but
sex
again,
is.
but I'm not religious.
As a, as
No,
a,
but you
I
never-
know.
Exactly, you don't have no ethical
No, but
grounding.
because you're
Like,
atheist, you have
Yeah.
no foundation to any of your claims.
That's
I'm
even
not-
scarier. That's my foundation. So I'm saying, like, just like if you had a liquor store, and if I had a liquor store, some people are alcoholics. You can say, "Oh, that's so unethical. Alcohol harms people." So should there be no liquor stores?
That's
Are they
like
doing?
Satan
Does your
is.
mom? I mean,
No, hold
you
on.
have no soul,
That's like
bro.
Satanists, right? They believe that as long as you don't harm anybody, it's okay. But by that logic, that's saying anything can go because if
So-
you don't harm somebody, that doesn't mean it's right.
No, so
So-
for Yeah,
So-
if it doesn't harm anybody, yeah, I think it's fine.
Do
No,
you
but
think
once
your
again-
mom and your dad like watching you?
I
do
don't
that?
live for my mom and
Do
my
you have a
dad.
Okay,
grandfather?
but that's still your family. You don't
Sorry.
care about them.
Do you play
Of
their
course I care about
videos?
them. We still have a good
Okay.
relationship. They're not happy with my decision, but
Arguing
if
that
you want to
porn is,
live, if you want
is
to live
ethical,
for your
like, yeah.
friends
You
and
said you're not
family,
hurting anybody. You're hurting your mom and your dad.
yeah. But if I
shit.
okay, so if someone was
Damn.
gay,
Your
if someone was
daughter-
gay,
Hold on,
Their foundation is not
if
even
someone
stable,
was
bro.
gay
If
and they're
you're-
hurting their parents, should they not be
No,
gay?
but
What if
You're
you-
not
if your
gay.
daughter-
You're,
And
you're
but
yeah,
just
yeah,
doing
yeah,
yourself.
if your-
doesn't want
metric
porn
is
to the point that
hurting
she
your
makes it
parents, you
seem
can hurt your
bad
parents.
because she's making
I'm
it. Like that's the
personally-
only thing.
We
It's a
can hurt
super
our
saiyan
parents
code.
by just not
Yeah.
being lawyers, doctors, and engineers. We're already hurting our parents. So it's
All
what
right,
was
you
your
had something
question?
that you want to say?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
go for it.
If your daughter, because you're so perfect.
I am
If your daughter, okay,
Because her
Whatever.
frontal lobe
if your daughter
developed.
prefrontal.
came up to you and said, "Hey," and she said, "Let's say she's my age."
Okay.
And she goes, she could choose a wonderful career path, right?
Mhm.
Or she decides to do pornography, and you're like, and I'm like, "Hey, mom, I want to do pornography. What are you gonna think it's okay?"
I'm gonna say my only goal for having children. I don't bring children to this world to make me proud. All I want for my children is that they're happy.
Okay,
they're
but
healthy.
I
and
am
they're-
18 right
Yeah,
now.
if pornography is how she's gonna be healthy, happy, go for
Wait,
it.
will it make her happy in the
Asking
future?
for
Like,
that.
oh,
It
it
makes you happy. It makes you
man, what? A girl that's
You're on a
poor.
very
That's
long
just not
road.
true.
true.
I'm sorry.
Pornography is
Okay.
not gonna make you
But
A lot
happy.
of,
Take
a lot of
good
women that
exposure,
are
it's not the same
involved
thing.
in pornography, etc., end up being really miserable as they get older.
And lawyers,
hurts
lawyers,
their ass.
lawyers are the
I mean,
unhappiest.
she already
They are
seems
constantly
kinda
ranked as the
miserable at doing
unhappiest profession of
over and
like
over and over
a lot of jobs are like that. Now,
Really?
it's not for everyone. Not every lawyer is miserable. Not every
Yeah,
porn
but it's
star
not
is
going to
miserable.
have the same long-standing damage and effects to your ability
Your
to find
reputation
someone, your
crushes.
reputation, etc. Like,
I think those are all great points, and that's why when girls ask me should they do this, I don't tell them, yeah, go for it. It depends on your values. It depends if those are the kind of men you would want anyway. It depends on the individual. But for some people, like me, it is the right decision.
Wait, but if it's so ethical, why does that matter?
because like you said, society. No,
Yeah,
what does that
you're
even
done,
mean?
man. You're done.
Society does care. So if you care about society, if you that's something that like that doesn't make it unethical. Just like being gay, in my opinion, I don't know what you guys think, isn't unethical. But if someone was like, oh, I don't know if I should come out, and back in the day it was more stigmatized, and I was like, hey, yeah, I don't know if you should come out because there could be negative
Let's-
consequences. Doesn't make what you're doing unethical though.
Let's agree. to
that's
disagree
crazy
here.
that you like you think pornography is ethical. I mean, that's fine,
Yeah.
but to put us in the same, because you say we say terrible things about women. I don't think we necessarily say terrible things about women. We say unflattering realities and truths about women that society doesn't necessarily want to admit, but people know that it's true. On the other hand,
A
what
lot of
we-
people don't think it's true.
like we're able to save lives from telling guys the truth about how the world really works when it comes to women. You're not saving lives by getting fucked on camera.
Well, I do. That's the thing. I don't just do that. Like, I talk about all this. I have I recommend books. People text me message me all the time about like a lot of ways I've impacted them too. Just like people message you. What I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to say is that the same way that a lot
We
of the
laughed at
stuff
the
you
funny
say, a lot of
videos.
people disagree with. Corporate America would want nothing to do with you more than they would want to do with me. That doesn't mean what you guys are doing is wrong.
We
that doesn't-
never argued about corporate America.
Yo, you
Having
said that
us-
because corporate
But-
America
no,
thinks
no,
I'm
but
unethical,
we're
that
using
they're
you as an
unethical.
example of your own life. Listen,
Having difficult conversations that might have some controversial takes on it because of political correctness is not the same as getting fucked on camera.
Yeah, but getting
It's not
fucked
at
up. I
all.
think getting
Not
fucked
at
on
all.
camera is unethical because it's political. It's not. It looks bad on the firm. But if you actually ask all the lawyers I worked with, they were like, "Oh yeah, they don't have an actual
They
moral
wanna-
issue."
they're
with it.
scared
No,
of
they're
you.
women.
Yeah.
They're women and they're men and they're like
All
literally.
the
That's what I'm
lawyers.
saying. And they
They're
don't.
not going to tell you to your
your
face,
face.
like, yo,
Okay, for
that's
instance, I was just on a
unacceptable.
podcast with 2 Texas attorneys who found me on the Texas Attorney Facebook page, and they were like, all the comments were positive. Do all the
They're
people in the
definitely
comments
talking
want
bad
to fuck?
about you behind your back.
Oh,
bro.
Okay.
Like, are they doing pornography?
I just said it's a decision that it's good for some people, it's bad for other people. For me, it
so
made
it's
sense.
not. So
It's
it
not
is
good for
ethical
every-
then.
It's
So
ethical.
it's not then.
It's ethical for people to make a personal choice. You said it's unethical, and the example you gave was because my job would have a problem with it. Any job that would have a problem with me doing OnlyFans has a problem with you too as well. So that's obviously
No.
not a metric for
We're not
what's
making
right.
an argument that we're ethical.
Again, we're not.
You're the one
Myron,
making the
please,
argument saying that.
Please.
I'm saying it's
Can we
not
wrap this
unethical.
up, please? This is too much. I just
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
that's it.
it's sorry.
What happened?
My
What?
head's
so much.
beeping.
Can we wrap this up?
Yeah, I mean, like it's
Wrap what up?
This whole stupid conversation.
I mean, if it's stupid, you're free to leave at any time.
I want to because this is just not going to end.
Okay. Feel free to leave.
all right.
Bye.
All right.
It's too much, bro.
Okay. No worries. They'll escort you out.
Yep. No, well.
But yeah.
Okay. So I think at this point, we can agree that it's not ethical, but we'll chat that one.
we're not agreeing, but
I low-key wanna high-key wanna hear like Like I think some things you're saying are very valid, but I also like kind of want to hear like more of the other girls.
Yeah, I
too.
agree. Sure, we can do that.
Kill me.
I mean, if you want to talk, if you don't want to, yeah, don't have to.
Let's go.
The
Chats.
comment was about me. That's why.
I know. Yeah.
45
That,
minutes
yeah,
ago.
that definitely is not your fault.
Every
Um,
comment
let's
has been
just